Alright, should be starting here in just a second. Getting myself organized here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Losers Bracket, also known as the Comeback Bracket. So here we have a match between Yopa and Fulcrum. So spawning in the north as Spain, we have Yopa. Spawning in the south as Sweden, we have Fulcrum. We're on the map Crescent Ridge again. Seems to be a crowd favorite. So really simple bans this series. Yopa banned Quad Peaks in Russia, and Fulcrum also banned the same. So quite simple, really. So yeah, Crescent Ridge again. I don't think we've seen Sweden be successful on this map yet. Maybe Fulcrum can change that. Oh yeah, I need to set a prediction. Throw your points down. Yeah, so as I was saying, I don't think we've seen Sweden be successful yet on this map. I don't know if it's just the matchups or if it's the natives as well. I mean, you've got all melee nats. Karelians are squishy with Svea's lifeguard, so I don't know if it's a combination of that. France versus Sweden. I mean, I would think, or sorry, Spain versus Sweden. I would think Spain has that all day. Did I say France again? I meant Spain. But you do have two split fights here. So you have in front of the base, which is a little close, and then in base or out of base in the native lane, you have another area to fight, which is a little more open. So in base we have Sholin, which is a melee shock infantry unit. You also have 20% wood gather, and then melee damage. And then also in base you have Zen, and then cheaper upgrades, XP, and all actions damage for hand infantry. There's another Zen temple out here too. So yeah, good melee nats for Spain. Speaking of Spain, let's look at that deck. So, we have stonemasons, we have capitalism. What did he drop for that? Doesn't have the team a hand infantry card. There's another card up here missing. The other. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank right now, but there's another card here that he doesn't have. Anyway, so stonemasons isn't a bad idea. We've actually seen it quite a bit in this tournament, just because it really helps you lock down the map. So for Sweden, he needs to split Spain. He needs to force him to split and fight in two different places. Spain is very weak in splits because missionaries boost the army. So having to split is just not good. Sweden can also, it's not a terrible matchup for Sweden though. I think Sweden does okay just because Karelians counter at range Spain's best unit, which is the Lancer. So, I don't know. Fulcrum, on the other hand, has not chosen a deck yet. So Sweden doesn't have to choose a deck until age 3. Spain has the age up queued. Both working on clearing these treasures on that side. Wow, people going in heavy on Yopa. So he can torp there, torp here, probably get 3 or 4 torps down there and 1 there. And then of course along the back here. So I guess good bans by both players, banning Russia. And then this map is definitely more locked down than Quad Peaks, so I get why they banned both of those. This is a high stakes game, so winner advances, the loser is out. So it's a must win for both. Still waiting on Sweden to choose his deck. Spain going age 3. Getting villagers on wood so we can get those haciendas out.
See?
Treasure gang running around collecting those treasures. Man, people are all in on Yopa. 51,000 points versus 200. Man, if Fulcrum wins this, somebody's getting a huge payday. So you typically want to see... Oh, nice watch streak. 40 stream watch streak? Wow, what a loyal guy. We appreciate you. So Sweden, you typically want to see a delayed age up like this, so that's perfect. You want to get those torps out. He is up to 19, 1 more to go. You can also torp this up here. You probably should just do 1 torp here and do 2 or 3 up here. I think that would be better. Yeah, I'm just thinking about this line or matchup a little bit more. Sweden's on a timer because of food trade, and there's 3 native posts. Karelians do a good job dealing with lancers, but Spain has decent skirmishers. I mean, surely it's still Spain favored. Yopa age 3, sent Spanish goals in the haciendas now, right behind Refrigeration Royal Mint. Fulcrum going H2, should be able to go H3 instantly. Oh, he's training a villager. Now going H3. Still has not selected a deck, which is fine. First card they send is H3. Sending hunting dogs and the coin upgrade here, second coin upgrade, I have no idea how to say that. Amalgamation? Amalgamation? I don't know. Oh, no. This, the coin card, okay? He's sending that. Yopa going industrial, has haciendas out, training settlers. Fulcrum has selected his deck, so he has opted for fish. Other than that, pretty standard deck. No mercenaries, which is fine. So if you're gonna send, or if you have fish, you can send a couple times early on to start letting them gather food, or grow in food. Should also mention we do have some restrictions, just to remind everybody. So, Spain has no restrictions. Sweden, the 7 Mountain Trooper H2 card is banned. He does not have that. Sweden now going industrial, getting those town centers up. Yeah, he's got all the other cards, so pretty standard deck. I personally would rather play with mercs, but that's just me. Although it's kind of hard to do when you have natives, to be fair. So I actually don't like playing Sweden natives. I'm too paranoid about the food running out, just because you're, like, imagine this map, you have 3 native posts, all of them costing food and wood. I just feel like that's difficult for Sweden to do, versus, like, Spain or something like that. Like, it's much easier. Yopa has the factories on the way. So yeah, Great Northern Forest and then the factories on the way. That's correct order. Yopa has already built his Sholan native post. So I'm sure he knows 20% wood gather is in there waiting for him. Wow, 52,000 points on Yopa. Most of the treasures have been cleaned, just about 6 left. 7. Is there an extra villager treasure? Sometimes those spawn. Don't see any. Yopa is going Imperial and he is aging up with mercenaries. Really recommended for Spain just because of that overpop that you get. This really benefits them and makes them so much stronger in the church. A innovation. Needs to build a house here. Bit mismacroed here, going to Imperial, so a little over on food. So optimally you want to kind of balance this where your food and coin are even so that you can age up as quickly as possible. So the sooner you get that capital up and get those upgrades in, the better that is for you. You have to have VPN to be able to ban or to predict, really? So Sweden aging up here with the royalists, so he's going to have those mountain troopers overpop. That's crazy. Wonder why that would be blocked in specific regions. It's kind of weird. Yopa training his sheep to go on the haciendas.
See?
Getting his capital upgrades. What country are you from? I actually don't know. Yeah, everybody's all in on Yopa. Sweden has reached the Imperial Age. Capital, blueprint. Oh, Turkey, okay. I thought Twitch was banned there altogether, or am I thinking of Discord? Is it just the feature is, the gambling feature is banned, or? Yopa is currently scouting the base, knows the layout of the factories. Good idea to use your explorer like this before the walls go down. Just right click a bunch of waypoints around there. That's crazy that that's considered gambling, but I get it. Government everywhere is screwed. Don't let anybody think theirs is better. It's not. It's still humans running things. That's the problem. Yopa has a really good age up here. Really just kind of on point. He did get the wood upgrade. Yeah, I'm just ready for AI to take over already and just get it over with.
Ja.
Just make it fast. I'm good. I had a good run. I should start complaining like a grandpa. You damn kids with your 6-7s. I'm a millennial. We don't tolerate hate speech in this chat, Yopa, so this is your one and only warning. Any more hate speech will lead to you being banned. So we got... Where are the cows? 3 cows. Okay. More on the way. So this is smart. This is actually how I do Spain as well. Train enough sheep to go on both haciendas and just kind of micro them off, and then when you're full of cows, you can just pull the sheep off and just eat them after they're fat. Well, I hate to tell you, but the 6-7 hater is the streamer, so cards are kind of stacked against you. Anyway, as I was saying, smart to spread the sheep out like this, maximize the train speed, and then as the cows come out, pull the sheep off, and you can get them whenever they're fat. Hey, Vividly. Nah, it's fine. He can 6-7 or whatever he does with that. I don't know. Fulcrum here has all his plantation upgrades in. He's sending cheaper gnats now, which is actually not a bad idea considering you have both native posts accessible during the boom and before the treaty's up, so that can definitely help. Sweden, of course, is trading coin into food and is on a timer with food. I'm gonna sound like a boomer whenever I answer this, and that's fine, but I just don't understand it, and I understand where it came from, but nobody can tell me what it means. And I feel like people asking about it or getting mad about not understanding it is kind of the point, if I had to guess. Yeah, I figured as much. So, Spain cleaning up, or sorry, Sweden cleaning up the treasures along the bottom, or the guardians at least. Needs to send his explorer down here to collect them. Yopa's still scouting, so doing a good job scouting here. Really has a good idea of the layout here, the eco, knows where the factories are. Fulcrum has scouted a little bit more, knows the basic layout, knows where the factories are. It means nothing. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a way to enrage the other generations not understanding it. I mean, I get it. I guess. Uh-oh. Pinto looks like he's stuck. I'm not a boomer, so I share we have mutual hatred of the boomers. Millennials are not boomers. Okay, you should be able to distinguish the difference between the two. If not, then there's no hope for you. Yeah, exactly. Tell them vividly. Oh wait, shit, I got that wrong. Damn it. fine. We'll have AI and robots by then, so it's fine. It's fine. So, Fulcrum getting his, I hate recorded games just because I can't see what techs haven't been upgraded, but looks like he's getting his arsenal techs in now. So, could have made this a little bit tighter. Overall, not bad. He's got some room here to do some more layers inside and outside with some buildings. Yopa going with walls to the edge of the build radius here. Imagine we're going to see some military buildings to support this on the inside. Yeah, exactly. Get your 6-7 bullshit out of here. We don't want to hear it. What's the cow situation? We are up to 16 cows, so 4 more to go. Being anti 6-7 was all it took. So no more scouting here by Fulcrum. Yopa doing a good job still running Pinto around here. Yeah, just now, exactly. Outrageous. So, last cow about to come off. He's pulling those sheep off. Perfect. Oh, poor Vividly. All these map haters. So this last cow about to pop out. Then he needs to switch this hacienda to food. A bit of a pinner. What the hell does that mean? So Yopa going for quite a bit of walls here. 5 layers so far. Building from the outside native side. So if I'm Sweden, I want to split Spain as much as possible. So I want to line up on both sides, and I want to try and make Spain have to split both sides, because that's Spain's weakness, having to split. If I'm Yopa, or Spain, I want to lock the map down and make my opponent fight me heads up and not split me. Which it looks like that's what he intends to do since he has stonemasons. He plans, and he's already sent it, so he plans to lock the map down and just force his opponent. Is that a French-Canadian, Canada term? Are you French-Canadian? Sorry if you're not. I can't remember. I can't remember what I had for dinner yesterday, if that makes you feel any better, so don't take it personal. Upgrades going in for Sweden. No, you need to play high-res Black Forest nothing. So nice layout here actually from Sweden. He does have a little bit of room here for some extra buildings. And he's going for his military buildings outside the fence line, or wall line I should say. All the native upgrades in for Yopa and for Fulcrum. So last call on the channel prediction points, 210 for Fulcrum, 53k for Yopa. Very one-sided, wow. So scouting, Yopa has a pretty good idea. Doesn't know what the walls look like, but has the military layout, has the eco layout. Fulcrum hasn't really scouted it anymore. Does have a mortar going out now to get a better idea. Both of them do actually.
Redo för eldgivning.
Pinner? I have never heard the term pinner before. It might be a northeast thing, like closer to Canada, but I'm down all the way in Florida, so we're a little slow on the uptake. So, going to be curious to see when we see Sweden trade here. So Sweden can trade late. Especially you want to, I think, trade as late as possible here just because you're going to have so many natives to train. Getting his native army out now. Solid boom out of both players. Wondering what Spain is going to do for start army. Gen X is truly the forgotten generation. Millennials came in and just stole all their thunder. Scouted a little bit more here. He can see the buildings at least. I don't think there's any Gen Alpha playing this game, come on. So Sweden's got some horse art coming out. Spain is sending units over the native side. Missionaries are native side. So I would scout and try to figure out where he's going to have his missionaries, and then apply maximum pressure where the missionaries aren't. Because the army is going to be much weaker there. Now I say that, but then the army over here is going to be much stronger too. And Spain kind of has an insane start fight as well. Native upgrade coming in from the capital.
Hello?
So we got a mix of Rodoleros, Lancers, 21 Lancers, 31 Lancers, and 35 rods. Okay. And he's still got his overpop from the church to send in. Final look at scouting here, so Yopa's really got a layout for the walls. So he's seen this down here, so he knows this is kind of vulnerable. No military buildings. So he does have the wall lead-off walls there, so I'm sure he plans to close that immediately. Still got some walls unbuilt here, and he's already upgraded them, so just a reminder, don't upgrade your walls until they're completely built, because it doubles the amount of time it takes to build them. And no more scouting really from Fulcrum. So, got some Lancers here behind these walls, some Rodoleros. Still waiting on the church overpop to see where that lines out, or lines up, I should say. Looks like they're going in the center. Sweden does not have a good track record, especially on this map. I was trying to think earlier, I don't think Sweden's won once on this map. Has Sweden won at all, actually? Let's see. Sweden has won 3 times, 3-6 win rate. Sweden out of Nats is great, but in Nats I hate playing it. It's too hard to manage the boot. And then having so many damn natives on this map, it's not good for Sweden in my opinion. So, Spain is splitting up here, it looks like. He's got his wild geese over here, he's got his Minutemen, he's got some Rodoleros and some Lancers, but he is committing heavily to native side. The thing is with the natives, so this outer Zen post is quite exposed. So if you lose this, then your opponent can easily push, and if you lose the second one, then your opponent has 64 Naginatas that they can train. So you have to be really careful here. It's really important that you not lose natives on this map.
Redo for eldgivning.
1 minute left. Final look at scouting. He sees them lined up here. So not a lot of commitment here from Fulcrum. Wild geese are easily going to deal with a few hussar that are there.
¿Cuál es su comando?
So most of the action is going to be over here. Got some Caroleans, Corsart, Volvrans, and his mountain trooper from the age up. So that mortar's going to get picked off. Wall blueprints immediately going down in the center. Careful with the missionaries. Okay, pull it back. And he's pulling his villagers forward, which is smart. I see a lot of players that kind of make a push like this and then don't build any support behind it. It's important that you have training close by so that you can kind of keep this push going. So Spain really just kind of wiping in this start fight, as expected. In the center here, some wall blueprints going down, but Fulcrum trying to deny them from going up. So when you have a position like this and there's such a large army here, this is a ranged unit, so you want to kind of set your waypoint from your barracks back behind the front line, back a little bit so that they can shoot the army. So I know it's easy to say when you're observing, not playing, but just try to always remember to update your waypoints. If you're getting pushed, train back a little bit. Otherwise, they just kind of keep walking forward and die. Yopa pushing here in the center a little bit. Still got that mercenary overpop. Needs to be careful here. This needs to be locked down. Lots of walls going down. Stonemasons making those walls go quick. Church is over here on native side, so Yopa is committing to natives. Down a missionary. Fun fact about Spain. The missionaries do not have formations, so you target them with a culver and they kind of just scatter and spread out. Makes them lose their effect a little bit. Down to 6 missionaries. Very important to keep all 10 out. So funny to see Spain's best unit just basically be useless. Lancers just do nothing against Caroleans. Oh no, he did. He did forget to take the 3rd native. Womp womp. That's unfortunate. So, some idle units here in the center, otherwise not much going on. Spain has no wood, holy smokes. Just now sending cheaper gnats. No point in having a 3rd native, he couldn't train him if he wanted to. Still some idle units here. Need some cannons from Sweden. Okay, we got some coming out, some more Sarts. Got this 10 missionaries back out. Should be able to get some nice volleys here with these cannons. Using the horse art to pick off Spain's horse art. Nice. Who needs colds? Church going down. And still... Oh, he did find the idle units over here. Oh no. Now they're stuck in the walls. So he realizes that. 6 Colves on the way. army. It feels like so he's still got the units there. He's got some Huts and Caroleans there and natives. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh wait, I thought it was a mortar. Never mind. Thought I saw a building disappear here. Just kidding. So the missionaries, you got to be careful about when you drag your mouse over everything. It will select missionaries, and for whatever reason, they like to run up to the front and just get shot and die. So you kind of have to micro them separately, kind of keep them back. Looks like he's doing. Still no third native. He has some wood now at least. So still got units here in base, just chilling. Yopa has no idle units. So both kind of get, this is a nice camp here. He's got his outpost up, which is nice. But the thing is, Sweden can't win this heads up versus Spain. Like, Spain's just insane heads up. So like, you have to split Spain. You need to make him try and spam some units over here, because the units without the missionaries are quite weak. So you don't even have to fully commit over here. Just be a pain in the ass to make him keep having to divide his attention and make units. Because like, he's full skirm here and artillery, so that destroys Caroleans. Yeah, I have no idea who won. The other thing he needs to be careful of, so Yopa's going very heavy on skirmishers here, and that counters his Naginatas. So he needs to be careful about, you know, just training them and sending them to the front line. So he needs to kind of train them and hold them back, not just send them to the front. Spain slowly creeping forward here. Got a mortar out, trying to take down these walls. Go for the missionaries, go for the missionaries. Good. Yeah, and so the gnats here just destroy cav, so it's really hard to even get a raid in towards the back. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Still hasn't taken that third native. Yopa putting down some blueprints here for a artillery foundry and a stable. Anything here? So, we have a population bug here. I gotta say it. He needs to stay popped. Spain is staying popped. He's trickling units out. You need to have a full mass here. You can't just send batches of units towards a full army. They just trade so poorly when that happens. I mean, really, your only option here versus Spain heads up like this is to train a bunch of artillery and win the artillery fight, because he's full skirmisher. He can send lancers in, but they're not that effective versus Karelians. And they are if they come in contact, but Karelians can shoot them at range. Just destroys lancers. Also get some Huss in, but the problem is he's got Nats. He's got the Sholin and Zen that can deal with any Huss that come in, so it's really coming down to artillery. Still nothing going on in the center. Sweden is feeling the pressure. Not really able to build up a reservoir of gold here, so when he runs out of food, he's kind of screwed. See these units just walking forward and just dying, not doing anything with all these skirmishers. This is a bad trade. So you need to train them, put them in stand ground, and keep them at the back until you need them. Maybe bunch them up, run them to the side here, over here, versus those coals or something like that. Don't send them to the front line. They just die. Still nothing happening in the center. Yeah, it's just not a good map for Sweden. There's just no way around that. I mean, I don't know if he knows how to play France, but France would have been a much better choice here, I think. Thing is, if France or Spain is a possibility of my opponent of playing that, I'm going to choose one or the other. I do not want to go against France or Spain with anything other than France or Spain. And again, the only win condition he really has here is to split Spain and not fight him heads up like this, unless he's really good at artillery. There's just not a lot Sweden can do. So Sholin just destroying Cav, trying to run in. So Yopa looking quite healthy on resources. He put down the blueprint for the next, or the second Zen, so we're halfway there. Yeah, if you play with any of the restrictions, like you accident or not, if you play with the restriction or something that's banned, it's just a loss for that match, unfortunately, so I gotta pay attention. Looks like these culverins are going to be donated to those Rodaleros there. He's finally building the third post. I'm so proud of you. Now we're really cooking, boys. So, Sweden food is steadily dropping. Horse art out. On the other hand, Yopa has 5 culverins out. And a mortar here on the side. So he's doing a good job of training the Sholin here and kind of keeping him back. Well, I say that. Alright, so see how he's moving them here towards the cab? That's perfect. That's what you want to save them. You don't want to train them and just keep sending them to the front. Train them and hold them back until you need them. That way you trade well with them. Quite a bit of artillery here from Spain. So no anti-cav here, so is Huss able to pick off a couple of those horse art. Sholin are out now. Ratchet shield, I keep saying Sholin, the ratchet shield. Where are the men on donkeys? There they are. So, Sweden just kind of dropping here on food again. He has no bank of coins, so he's really gonna be under some pressure here. He runs out of food. I mean, at this point, his only hope. If I were him, I would try and wall spam here and put like 10 layers of walls, squeeze it in somehow, and then try to push center. And split, kind of just zigzag back and forth. I mean, that's the only thing really he can do. Yeah, Yopa's just holding steady. Nearly 200k. Spain's starting to push into this camp. Well, it's looking a bit dire for Sweden, if I'm honest. This native is soon going to be denied. Mortars are on the way. And Sweden at this point isn't staying pop. He needs to stay pop. So native is going to be denied. Spanish death ball is creeping forward. Still look quite healthy on resources. See how those missionaries just run to the front line when you drag everything forward? It's so annoying. And GG is being called. GG indeed. Man, Sweden does not have a good track record on this map. It's definitely not 1-1 yet. So, congratulations to Yopa. He will advance to the next round. Thank you, Fulcrum, for participating. We enjoyed having you. Enjoyed watching you play. Hope you'll play in future tournaments. Yeah, for sure. Two nice gentlemen indeed. I don't know that it was so much that even that Fulcrum or any of the other Sweden players did terrible. It's just, I just think the combination of the layout of this map, the natives, is just not good for Sweden. Yeah, we don't see the chat after the match ends, the recording stops. So they can still have a full-on conversation. We won't see it. So settle down. 223 out of Sweden, not bad. 214 out of Spain, really good. Some opportunities here staying popped. Not at this time? Well, what do you mean? This is a great time for me. It's only 8 o'clock. Alright, so sounds like we'll have the next match tomorrow. We have some quarterfinal, soon the semifinal games coming up soon in the main bracket and the comeback bracket. Alright, lads. We are going to be done for the night. I'm going to send you over to the In Flames, who's about to start a game on Orinoco Unknown. Fun map if you haven't played it. Shameless self-plug, part of the Alternate Treaty Maps pack. Check it out. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon as we continue casting these games for the tournament. See you on the next one.